Hey everyone, this is your girl. This is Janae's Floetry. I'm doing something a little different today. Um, I've never actually talked about some of the things, some of the gifts that God has given me. But I feel compelled to speak on this one thing. I had a dream last night. I am a dreamer. God gives me dreams and He deals with me in visions and stuff like that. And so lately it's been a little bit more enhanced. But God gave me a dream last night, and I think it was to pretty much warn those of us that are believers because it wasn't just a me dream. But I had a dream last night that I was at like this facility. It looked like a hotel or maybe a Airbnb or something like that. But it was like a nice big fancy something, and it was huge, and it was multiple people in one area, and it was people that I can't say that I knew everybody because there was a lot of people in there, but there were some familiar faces in the crowd. And I remember going to sleep. I was really 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 tired, and like I said, it was huge. It was like a mansion. And I remember going to sleep, and I remember while I was asleep, I was dreaming. Well, not necessarily dreaming. I was having a vision of an intruder coming in through the window. And I saw the man come in. He had on all black. And I saw him crawl through the window. And so I woke up, and there were many, many people around me. And I was just so tired. Like, I was like, my body was sluggish. You know how sometimes you wake up and God is just kind of like, trying to get your attention to pray or something like that, and you're just like, ugh. And you say, in your mind you want to, but it's wee hours of the morning, and your body is just tired, and you're fighting flesh over spirit. And so it was kind of one of those moments. It was like I knew I had to do it, but I was very, very, very tired. And so I drifted off to sleep a couple of times, and probably around the third time, it was an unctioning like, you need to get up, you need to lock that window. And so by the time I got up, I realized that upon trying to lock that window, that the latch was broke. And so the people that were there, some familiars and just random other people, I was just like, help me barricade this window. I see this in a vision, and we need to barricade this window. So as we went to barricade the window, it was too late. It was too late. It was an intruder, but it wasn't an intruder of man. And even though I saw a man and I saw him in all black, it was a spirit of darkness. And it started coming through the window. It was like a shadow darkness. And it seeped through the window as we were putting suitcases and all these up. And the window was like, this was a big, big, big place. So the windows were very, very high. And the place where the latch was broken off at, like, you couldn't, like, we had to layer, mount many suitcases and different things just to even get to that level. And because I waited so long to inform the people, it was too late. And this shadow, this darkness start seeping through the window, through the crack, where it was broke. And it just manifested, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And all I remember was like just mentally praying and mentally calling on the name of the Lord. And I woke up, and I didn't really understand. Like, I kind of understood it. I felt like it was self-explanatory, but then I didn't want to just assume and interpret or get something wrong. But I believe that the Lord is calling us to be attentive. When the Lord wakes you up in the morning, you need to pay attention. You need to get up. You need to take heed to what He has shown you, or what He's giving you, or what He's unctioning you to do, because we're in this season, man. Like, He's speaking. He's speaking, and a lot of times we're just missing it. We're missing it. Our discernment is not as sharp. It's not as keen, and we're missing it. And we pray the prayers, and we say, Lord, help us, reveal, show me, use me. We say all these different things, and when He does it, we still miss it. And so in that dream, I just felt so bad because I literally put the risk of all people at stake because I didn't share. I didn't react quick enough. You know what I'm saying? And so, when there's an unctioning from the Spirit of the Lord, you need to take heed. You need to take heed. You need not to wait. You need not to play with the enemy because he ain't playing with us. And when I woke up this morning, I wrote it out. And there's several things have occurred since Sunday. There's been just battlefield after battlefield after battlefield. And the Lord called me to fast yesterday, right when I was cooking. Like, what a time to call it. But right when I was cooking, it was just an urgency. It was an unction to do it. And so I obeyed. But I'm telling you, I hadn't fasted in a long time. And I'll be the first to say that I had not. But I have not fasted in a long time. And it took a lot of discipline. It took a lot of flesh control. And I'm so glad that I made it through it. You know what I'm saying? I really, really did. I was really grateful. And when I had the option to get up and eat, I still couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt in my spirit like, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. It's just so many things that he's just taking full reign over. And I'm just like, have your way. Have your way. I would rather it be you than me. So have your way. And I got up this morning, like I told you, I had that dream. And when I got up this morning, I felt like I didn't really know. I didn't fully understand the dream. I didn't know if it was a warning. I didn't know. I didn't know what it was until I got up and I was writing. And I've been back writing. I've been back doing poetry and stuff like that. God has just really been flooding my thoughts with words of inspiration and poetry. And I had just sealed or completed my journal, and my husband came in the door and we went to go do some things, and I found out something upon us approaching this location, and I was just like, wow. Like, I'm glad that, and at that time I was contemplating eating, and I was like, I just can't. I don't feel it. I don't feel it right now. I don't feel like it right now. And I'm hungry. Don't get me wrong. I could definitely go chew on something, but my flesh is hungry, but my spirit is like, nope. And so it's so many things riding on this fast. So many things. It's just not about me. It's definitely a selfless fast. It's not just about me. It's so many things connected. There's so many things tied to it that is that important to me that I don't want to risk it. And that put me back in my dream. It's like it was so many people connected to the answer. I was the answer to that solution. Like, I was the one that was supposed to warn. I was the one that was supposed to have been a watchman. I was the one that was supposed to have been looking out. And I was too tired. I had too many excuses or too many reasons. I was lagging. I was, selfish. You know what I'm saying? I only thought about me and my sleep and my exhaustion at the time that I didn't go warn in enough time for us to be saved. You know what I'm saying? So when I thought about that, I was like, wow. And so we just have to be mindful that when we're fasting, especially, you're not just doing this for you. It's so many things connected. It's so many things tied to it that it's not even funny. And that's seeing the outcome, seeing the goal, the income, the end result of a thing is what's keeping me from being like, you'll be all right, girl. You can afford to lose a couple of pounds. You'll be all right. Food will be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes all the sense in the world. And so today, that's kind of how I see that dream. I see it in a 2-aspect type of situation. I see the part of me of warning people before destruction comes along, before it's too late, and not having excuses, and overcoming the flesh and what the flesh wants and desires. And then I see the other part of that is like, dang, man, it's probably was a warning as well for the thing that occurred to me on today. And I wanted to cry. I wanted to be sad. I wanted to be so many different things. And I woke up fighting. I woke up struggling. Some other things that went on too. But I woke up with just like, man, God, and all day I've been just mentally, I've been just like, you know what? Let's turn this thing around. Let's change the way we're thinking. Let's cast down that imagination. Let's put the Lord's words before you. You know what I'm saying? Let's speak positive. Let's speak life. And even in the situation that I just came across a couple of hours back, I said, you know what? No need of being upset. No need of being mad about it. Because one thing I value right now in this moment is my life. And the fact that you being angry and driving in this condition, it's nothing we can do. It's absolutely nothing we can do except pray, because all form of connections was just ripped away from us. And when I say us, I mean me and my husband, some things that we were going through. But I was just like, it's nothing we can do. And I want to arrive back to my kids alive, So when we get home, you can assess the issue further. But right now, let's just focus on making it home alive, And so that's what we did. That's what we did. And I think it shocked him that I was so calm. And he was in an uproar. And he had every reason, every right to be, But I kind of saw some stuff before that time. It was a little different in the vision that I saw, but it was dealing with the same storyline. And I was just like, wow. And I prayed. I prayed. And so, I do believe God still answered. He still answered. And when I came home, I came upstairs and I went in my room. I wanted to help my kids and stuff with the online school stuff, but I knew I wasn't good for them right now. And you have to know when you just need a moment, And so I came upstairs and I prayed. And in the midst of the situation though, I praised. I praised. I shocked myself. I wasn't like giddy about it. I wasn't happy. But I pushed out a turn it around. Open the windows of heaven. Pour out a blessing overflow. And I just whispered that song into my spirit. And while, and when I said that, I was like, okay, just take me home. Just take me home. And I went home and I came up the steps and I cried and I prayed. Actually, I didn't pray. I cried and I praised. I praised for what I wanted to see. I praised for the change that I wanted to see. And when I did that, the Lord unctioned me to write. And I was like, whew, I don't like writing from a place of pain, but that's what he wanted me to do. And so I wrote and I cried some more and I praised some more. And then shortly after that, I start receiving good reports. I start receiving good news. You know what I'm saying? I start receiving messages on improvements and messages on what was once lost is now found. And, it was just like, okay, God, okay, I see why the enemy is coming so hard against me in this fast. I see. You know what I'm saying? I see. Because again, it's so many other things and other people that's attached to it. So I typically don't come on. I don't share vision and dreams with the world, but I will release if God is telling me to release. So I just wanted you to, just stay glued in, stay connected to what God is showing you and what He's telling you to do. You know, follow the instructions that He has concerning you, that He's given to you. I can't speak for everybody else. I can't speak for everybody's faith. I can't speak for all of that. I'm not saying, nothing more than what I'm saying. I'm just sharing with you what the Lord gave me. But I know it wasn't just for me, because in the dream there were several people that were involved, and there were people I did not know, and there were people there that were familiar. They were family. So you don't know. You don't know. Your being obedient can save not just your life, but the life of countless people, and that could be physical or spiritual. So I just want to leave you all with that. That's all I have to say. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. So I'm good. I'm good. It's just gonna get better, and I believe that. I really do. I solely believe that. So you all be blessed and know that I love you, and have a wonderful day.